The end is here. Surely it will feel like an end of an era because now Game of Thrones is over and done with. Yeah, I'm I'm at a complete loss because this has been one of the most pinnacle shows on television, depending on wherever you stand with season 8. Um, and now it's coming to an end. So yeah, hello everyone, Liam Catterson here, and it's the final episode of Game of Thrones ever. This is the Iron Throne, and yeah. Well, first things off, if I sound a bit groggy today, that's because it's so funny. Like Saturday, I was super ill, and I was super disappointed in myself as well for something else, completely unrelated. But I was super ill that day. And then Sunday, I was feeling better. I was like, okay, I'm on the mend. Sunday evening strikes, ear infection, struggled to sleep, and now I've got this to contend with. So my body is just saying, yeah, you're not being healthy anytime soon, Liam, so middle finger. So yeah, I might keep my review short so I don't feel like I'm going to choke on my own voice or something like that. But yeah, this is the final episode. It's all of the petition's fault, isn't it? Like, they are the reason why I'm currently ill right now, because their stupidity has infected the internet and has infected me, so, yeah. I get it, like, there's that excuse, it's to make a point and all of that, but you could just do that with a standard tweet, and plus the actors themselves are also voicing their, discomfort with season 8 as well, so it's not going to happen ever. So unless you have like £1 trillion or whatever, yeah, as well as the time stone or whatever, because like 55 nights of stress filming episode 3, yeah. But no, in all seriousness, yeah, this season has been pretty interesting. It started off really strongly, and it's had a significant amount of bumps, especially in these last 2 episodes, and I guess episode 3 as well, but that was the lesser of the evils that I guess episode 4 and episode 5 presented. I did enjoy what we got with episode 5, but I do agree that Daenerys' turn to the dark side was a bit rushed. And it would have been, like, there's certain elements, like Rhaegal should have died in episode 5 rather than that surprise death in episode 4. That should have been incorporated into episode 5. That should have made Dany snap then. Because I think it's an unfortunate time that she decided to snap when victory was handed to her. So, yeah, I think certain elements, like, well, first off, if they had the 10 episodes, I think they would have built it up a bit more better. But D&D are like, nah, we want to get this over and done with so we can do Star Wars, so that's great. So they decided to rush this season, and that's the problem. The pacing has been out the window, and it's like we've been trying. It's like we're just trying to like rush through everything and cram so much things through the door at once, and it doesn't help whatsoever. So rather than take your time and make sure everything gets sorted out, it's a tight squeeze to get everything in because of this short amount of episode run. So yeah, so episode 5, I'm like I said, I'm still like a bit, I still don't like Cersei and Jaime's exit, but yeah, really excited to see what this episode has on offer. I'm hoping it is a good ending. I am hoping that it is not like weak and all of that, and it'll have people complaining and whatnot. Because we want Game of Thrones to end strong, and I do too. I do so much. So there's some things that I do expect to happen, like Dany dying, because I don't think Tyrion and Jon and everyone would be able to handle the Mad Queen. So I think she's a candidate for death in this episode. But apart from that, let's get on with episode number 6, the final ever episode of Game of Thrones. I'll have the extended reaction up later tonight. So with that said, let's go. For some reason, I'm just having the MGS5 trailer in my head, like with all the ruins. Standing on the edge. Holy shit. Just, you know, despite the troubles, he didn't want this. Oh wow, that is a great shot, not gonna lie. Like the wings, nice. Bloody hell. Oh my god. This is, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, this is kinda scary. Ooh. Yeah, Arya's not taking that shit.
You committed treason.
Uh-oh.
I freed my brother.
We'll say you in your defense.
You slaughtered a city.
I mean, he's not wrong. You had the opportunity and you went with... Oh! The ultimate I quit!
Who you really are. You'll always be a threat to her. And I know a killer when I see one.
Oof. I love that. Sister looking out for the brother. But now she has tapped into that madness. Arya's not wrong.
You won't say because you don't want to betray her. But you know.
Just blink twice for yes, once for no.
Does it matter what I do? It matters more than anything.
The difference between...
Who is more dangerous than the rightful heir to the Iron Throne?
This is heartbreaking, like... Jon doesn't know what's the right decision.
If that's her decision, she is the queen.
She's my queen. I would like to thank God and Jesus. Zzz. Just sit on it so George can get a wallpaper or something.
Because I know what is good.
It goes back to Tyrion's words.
You do. You do. You've always known.
His warning to Jon.
What about everyone else? All the other people who think they know what's good.
Some
You
villains.
don't get to choose.
Ooh. That's it.
Always.
That love. Oh! There it is. Oh. I'm sorry, George. Oh! Drogon's without a mother. Oh my. No. Use the Dragonborn cry, Jon. Oh, shit. Whoa. He's going for the throne. Oh, shit. Drogon be like, if Daddy can't have it, no one can have it. Problem solved, basically. Oh. It's not fair. I wanted to sit on the throne. Drogon. Okay, so he's not gonna kill Jon, I'm guessing. Okay.
A knife in her heart. Let the Unsullied give him what he deserves.
Say another word about killing my brother and I'll cut your throat.
Friends, please.
Go on, Arya! Go on!
We've been cutting each other's throats long enough. Torgo Noodle.
And wear her face.
You're the most powerful people in Westeros. Choose one.
Sansa. It's gotta be Sansa right now. Like, if Jon can't be the king...
Make your choice then, in statecraft. And
Uncle.
understand...
Please sit.
Your mother... Everyone's just like, done.
Will you lead the Seven Kingdoms to the best of your abilities from this day
Okay.
until your last day?
Okay.
Why do you think I came all this way?
I've been planning from this. Why do you think?
The North will remain an independent kingdom, as it was for thousands of years.
Sansa's gonna lead that, isn't she? Yeah. So 2 members of the Starks. Nice. What about Arya?
He deserves justice.
He just got it.
Brad!
terrible
Holy
mistakes.
shit!
He's going to spend the rest of his life fixing them.
I can dig this king, okay?
It's not enough.
He's king. What are you gonna do about it? Back to where we all started. I mean, ideally I would want him to be king, but... You think that's gonna happen after what happened to Danny?
That's where all the maps stop. That's where I'm going.
She's gonna explore the world.
You have your needle?
Right here.
This is kind of heartbreaking. Oh, Brienne. Did not deserve... She did not deserve, like... that happened to her.
Oh, he's kind to me. Never would have guessed. He's not kind. He what? What does he say about me?
Oh boy. Bron's like, oh shit, we just need to abort right now. We just need to abort.
Don't believe you're mentioned.
Oof.
To ensure we're not wasting coin, or soon there won't be no more coin. I'm master of grammar now too.
Grand Maester. It is my theory, based on the years
Shade.
of costly rock sewers, that clean water leads to a healthier population.
The Archmaester has done some research on this subject, and it turns out...
The strong live and the weak don't.
And the best builders...
Ghost! Pet him! Just... It's not gonna... He... Thank you! Thank you! He freaking patted him at least. Oh, I want to see Sansa with the crown. Let me see Sansa with the crown. I don't want to... There we go. Look at that. Look at the queen. Okay, I can kind of be happy with this ending because Jon Snow and Ghost are reunited. And he actually hugged him. Wow. That's all, folks. Okay. So, I think, all things considered, with the episodes that we did have, I think that was as good of an ending as you could get. It's not what I would have as an ideal ending, but I can take this ending. Yeah, I can take this ending. It was good. It wasn't like, oh my god, that's like the best ending ever. It was good. And I can really dig Bran as the king. The more I think about it, the more and then we see, like, 10 years later, Bran is, like, an evil dictator. Worse than Dany, actually. No, in all seriousness, though, the more I think about it, the more I think Bran is a good representation for the new king of the Six Kingdoms, because, Sansa wanted Brexit, didn't she? A more successful Brexit than what we're having. We're not going on to that, Liam. No, yeah, Bran, like... With the Iron Throne gone, a new age of leadership has begun, and I will talk about more of that in a minute, because Drogon was basically the one to break the wheel, in a sense, wasn't he? So, yeah, it wasn't Dany that was going to break the wheel. It was kind of like the cycle was always the same. It was always this power corruption. It was like the throne was magical itself. I did love that comment that was based on the books. Like, I thought it would be taller, because I think the throne in the books is more, like, detailed and all of that than just a chair, like, just a chair that we get. So, yeah. But, yeah, I think Bran, all things considered, would make a really decent leader. He's kind-hearted and pretty knowledgeable, but my problem is that it felt like he was just thrown in there. Of course, you had that comment. I was anticipating this moment, which I thought was really good stuff. But yeah, I just felt like he was just thrown in there, especially since the build up, I guess, to Bran becoming the king felt a bit lacking. Because now that you look back at it, you look back at all the talks with him and Tyrion, and you think, well, that's building up to something. But it felt a bit flat, and now that we're at this moment, so yeah, I'm not really like too like 100% happy about Bran being the king, but I am happy with the fact that I think this is a new hope, and I think Bran would be a suitable way. Again, it's the build-up. It's the thing that this show is, that this season especially lacks. So, yeah, it just feels rushed altogether. So, yeah, but I think he'll make a great leader, and yeah, I really liked the fallout of what happened from the last episode in this episode with Dany's really intimidating speech at the beginning. I'll try and do this quickly because my voice, it'll probably sound okay on playback, but I'm not too confident. Yeah. Dany's speech, and that shot where she was like, she didn't even get to sit on the throne. That shot though with Drogon's wings behind her was really good stuff to see. I want to know what happened to a corpse. No, but I really felt a level of intimidation to her speech about how she's going to take every place in Westeros. Yeah, it was really intimidating. And then we had Tyrion and Jon's scene where Jon was at a stage of conflict, which I really loved. And Drogon as well. That was sad when, it was looking like Jon had sided with Dany, and then he put the knife there. So, yeah, in the heart, actually. But I really thought that Drogon was going to get at Jon. But what I really love is that Drogon's a really intelligent dragon himself. Like it was foreshadowed in episode 1 with the kiss between Dany and Jon. Drogon acknowledged there was Targaryen blood in Jon as well. So yeah, so I think there was a bit of foreshadowing there. And I think Drogon knew that Jon was going to kill Dany, and Drogon knew that the throne, like I said, the throne's magical. It gives off this aura of corruption, power corruption. It turns innocence into corrupted people. It makes people who are already dicks, like Joffrey, even worse. And Dany was really hell-bent on making a world that she thinks. She was having this tyrannical hold, especially when she confronted Jon. I think it's right and all of that. Yeah, that was I think the decisive move for Jon to yeah. But I really like how Drogon came in, didn't go for Jon. And I was thinking at first, okay, so you're not going to go for Jon? Weird. But it makes sense. It's like he understands why Jon did it. It's still going to be sad. And that scene, that Lion King-esque scene, yeah, you know, the Mufasa scene when he's dead and Simba's like, yeah, it's like that. And I felt so bad for Drogon, but he's sad. He's sad that Dany's died, and he's sad that he's an orphan. He's sad that he's basically alone in the world. But he knew Dany, he couldn't blame Jon for killing Dany. So it wasn't like, well, it sucks that I've lost a mother, but I don't blame you whatsoever. So, and then he took off with Dany's body. So yeah. And like I said, at that scene, I was thinking, okay, that was something. But it does make sense when you think about how the throne had, how the power, how this complex amount of power has consumed all of the people on the throne. So yeah, I'm really happy with Jon's ending now. That he's kind of, I think he's kind of fooled the Unsullied to shut them up by heading to the Watch, but he's heading further north as well. So yeah, because the Unsullied, they don't want him alive after Dany's dead. So but I'm the thing that really makes me happy was that scene where we had Jon and Ghost, full redemption. I bet Ghost was like, oh, look who's came crawling back. No, but it still doesn't excuse episode 4's departure by any means, because Jon's not Bran. Jon wasn't to know that he would be seeing Ghost again anytime soon. So it's still, like, I get what they're trying to do. They weren't going to spoil, oh, well, Jon's going to reunite with Ghost anyway, so yeah. But it's still a bit of a, like, they still teased, like, this would be the last time we'd see Jon and Ghost together. And, yeah, like, it was really kind of infuriating. So, yeah, it's still pretty naff to do, because, like I said, Jon's character wouldn't do that, and there was no way of Jon knowing he'd be coming back to where he basically started. So, yeah, but it was really, really good. I really like how the Starks have all survived. Sansa's now ruling the North. Arya's off on her wild adventure. Although I am disappointed we didn't get to utilize more of the faceless. That I'm disappointed that was not utilized, and that was just like a power word for her, like I am no one. Because I think that would have been utilized greatly in the last episode with the whole Cersei situation. But yeah, Rocks for the win. Azor Ahai as well. Like, I don't think that was elaborate. I think they've elaborated behind the scenes, but not everyone's going to watch behind the scenes. So, it's kind of half-assed if you have to explain it behind the scenes and not in the story itself. So I don't think that was elaborated in story, so that sucks. Same with the Jon and Jon being a Targaryen thing. I feel like now that's all culminated. Like I said, I would love to see Jon on the throne, and that's why I thought, okay, well, Jon's going to be appointed the king after he kills Dany, because and it's going to be like this bittersweet feeling because, the rightful person's on the throne, but he doesn't want it, but he feels like he has to in order to maintain some kind of balance. But like I said, I think the thing that we got, a new hope, a new age for Westeros, is pretty decent still. But I do feel like the Jon being a Targaryen situation was done for family drama. Like, it's probably something you'd expect from the CW or something like that, not HBO. Sure, some could say that it might have helped influence the madness in Dany, but like I said, that was entirely butchered to begin with the rushed pacing and all of that. So, either way, it would still be a negative if that point was valid, because it was all rushed in the end. Like, Jon and Dany didn't fully have a commitment until the ending of, like, they were pally, but they first were in a relationship, I guess, at the ending of season 7. So they only had 6 episodes to cram this situation in. And it felt a bit rushed, so yeah. And yeah, it did clear Rhaegar's name about him and Lyanna, but Bran could have done that anyways without, Jon's a Targaryen, so, I think this season's stories, despite its magnificent flaws, it had a good ending. I wouldn't say, this would be the best direction to go in, because I think there would be certain elements along this season that should have been changed. I think I would love the Night King. I'm not gonna lie though, I think the Night King's ending was really, really well done anyways, with Arya being the one to land the finishing blow. But it sucks like that Arya was just nothing after that. Episode 5, she was, apart from episode 5, where she had heavy amounts of plot armor, because, like I said, she should have died, several times in that episode alone. There was nothing really going for Arya. She was going to kill Cersei, but that went to mute, and I think that would have been better if her face's story came into factor again. So, yeah, but hey, so, like I said, though, I think this season could have been done a lot better, but with everything that's been going on and what we've gotten in it, it's like Tyrion said, no one is very happy, which means it is a good compromise. This season has been full of flaws, so this ending, with what we've gotten, I think is a good ending with everything in consideration. Because we were at a bit of a rut in terms of, okay, well, his story is limited in terms of its potential, so I really think that this was a good ending to cap things off in a flawed season. And I did love the funny moments with Edmure. giving the cringe speech basically at the beginning. Everyone was like, and then Sam's idea of democracy was also funny as well, like how they took a jab at that. And like I said, I think that was the little Aaron boy, wasn't it? As well. Like, well, not so little anymore. Like, yeah. It's reminded me of something, but I'm not going to say what. Spoilers. Well, it's not spoilers anymore, but still. Yeah, like I said, though, I think this was a decent ending, all things considered. Not the way I would end Game of Thrones. I think, if anything, the dead should have reached King's Landing, maybe. It might have been predictable, but I always say predictability doesn't equal boredom. You could still have an enjoyable story with predictive things going on in the meantime. So, yeah, but I think that would have been really, really good stuff to see. But I still like the Bran ending as well. I mean, not my ideal choice. I was thinking Sansa was definitely going to have it because I think Sansa would make a good leader, but there's more nobility, there's more kindness in Bran than there is Sansa, and I think with the separation of the throne, I think that's what they were easily gunning for, a new hope. A new age where in the past several seasons of Game of Thrones we've had corruption, we've had leaders with venom in their systems, and Bran, who is basically innocent, who I guess wouldn't harm a fly and all of that, would be the ideal choice, as well as what he contains. Like he's basically I wouldn't say a walking encyclopedia because, yeah, but he's a living encyclopedia. So yeah, but yeah, I think that was a good ending, all things considered. Like I said, I wouldn't have this be the way this season ended and all of that, as well as the pacing totally crammed in, but yeah, felt a lot for Brienne as well. Yeah, like Brienne got shafted in my opinion. Like I feel like she got the knighting, which was really, really great, but I think that was the only thing going for her. Like we had that scene with her and Jaime as well, yes, but we all know that went to mute when Jaime ran back to Cersei, so I felt like Brienne got shafted, but in a season with a lot of flaws and a season that should have been really, really hyped and had us on the edge of our seats, it was very, very underwhelming this season, and yeah, it was a good ending, all things considered, so yeah. But I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!